Good morning. Yeah, you got me. Afternoon. It's 5:11 p.m. We are on Highway 1, about to leave Highway 1 and turn onto Highway 17, and then we'll stay on 17 until we're close to Victoria. Tomorrow morning. So we're making good time, a little bit too good of time. I can't check in at the ferry terminal until 6 p.m. Right now my GPS says I'll get there at 5:53. So I'm running 7 minutes ahead of schedule, but maybe the traffic will slow us down. Our sailing is at 7 p.m. It will be dark by then. So unfortunately no ferry footage. Not today anyway. We'll see what tomorrow brings us. This is Highway 17. CN Intermodal, next exit. Huge CN yard on the right hand side here. CN yard where containers get switched from chassis, big rig chassis to train chassis. Traffic is honestly a little heavy for a Sunday afternoon. Sure, afternoon. CN yard seems to be going 24/7. Usually busier during the week than the weekend though. It is plus 16 degrees Celsius outside. Today's video is brought to you by the Sutherland Group, now hiring Super B woodchip, Super B flat deck Class 1 drivers in BC's Lower Mainland, the Okanagan, and the Kootenays. To apply, go to sutco.ca, use promo code QUANFAN, let them know I sent you. Make sure you also use my name as a reference. Any referral bonuses I will split with you. Saw they were also hiring logging truck drivers. Loading C-can. See, we call container chassis C-cans. They're loading C-cans onto the train right there. It's actually been a nice relaxing drive. I've been listening to the radio. Just chilling. So as far as the truck goes, it fired up just fine, like there's no problems. Like there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, my transmission still has a fault, but no problem firing it up. None at all. I did one thing different than I've been doing the last couple of weeks trying to diagnose it. I've always been clicking the battery cutoff switch. And the fact that I did one thing different makes me wonder if that one thing bypasses the battery cutoff switch. The inverter. If we have a bad inverter, could that be sucking all the electricity out of the batteries? Because I turned the inverter off this weekend, and for the first time in weeks, the truck just fired right up. So I'm wondering if a bad inverter sucks all the juices out of the batteries. In which case, everything will be solved. Some flashy lights here. Do beside us. Flashy yellow lights in BC. The law says you have to either slow down or move over. If you got the room to move over, move over. If not, slow her right down. Huge train yard. CN, Canadian National. The same CN as in CN Tower. As in, the train company built the CN Tower because they wanted a huge radio antenna. Here's kind of marshy land here, and the highway is always bouncy. There's always certain sections of highway that are sinking down into the marsh. No matter how many times they rebuild it, it's always just sinking into the marsh. If you ever had an earthquake over here, this whole highway would just liquefy. Liquefaction. I really would prefer not to be on this highway during an earthquake. So basically Highway 17 just follows the river. This highway's not that old. I remember having to drive different routes to try to get to the ferry or to the airport. Highway 17 has made navigating Greater Vancouver just so much easier. Now we just need truck parking. Right now, they're working on replacing the Patello Bridge. You can see they've made some good progress on it already. The main two piers that are going to be holding the bridge are well on their way upward, up and away. So lots of construction here while they build the new bridge. The old bridge is 4-lane, but super narrow 4-lane. Like right now with my wide load of 10 feet 4 inches, I would just have to take both lanes. So it'll be nice to have a new bridge over here. Hopefully they'll rebuild the intersections to get onto that bridge a little better too, and for a little more efficient. Brake lights for the whole light, but they kept running anyway. Okay. Wakey wakey Toyota. There you go. With all the construction going on down here, I got a feeling that you're going to be able to access Patello Bridge from over here, which would be nice. Right, we're still in a 50 zone. Whoops. There's the 80. Alright, so I guess at the beginning of the video, the first bridge we drove under, that was the Port Mann Bridge. And then this is Patello here. And then the next bridge coming up is Alex Fraser. And after the Alex Fraser, we have the Massey Tunnel, which we're not going anywhere near. I mean, we are close, sort of. I wouldn't want to go through there with a wide load for sure. I've gone through there a couple of times with a big rig, but not with a wide load. And Alex Fraser's had lots of construction for the intersection coming up to the bridge, so they've made a lot of improvements and they're still working on it. Looks like the traffic is pretty light over the bridge. Okay, so this bridge and Portman. So Alex Fraser and Portman Bridge have a similar style to them. So they kind of look similar, although they're quite different design. They have the same style to the side, and the new Portello Bridge will have a similar design as this as well. It's quite the bump. Once again, swampland, and the highways always move and shift. New exit over here. This whole intersection here is completely rebuilt. Yeah, greater Vancouver area, but we're right along the river, so it's all swampy-ish. As you can see, this road is quite roller coaster-like. Wow, that road's really sinking over here. Woo! It's a fun ride. 60, but here we have increased to 80 again. I think that 80 is a mistake. Long red light. Long enough that I suspect somebody's controlling it. They're flooding all their, what are those, cranberry fields? That's cool, they're starting to flood all those. Flooding it floats all the berries, so, oh, why would you be floating? Is their crop ready already? Why would you be floating the berries now? Some of the fields I see, there are a bunch of berries floating. Are you just getting rid of the old berries from winter? I'm confused. I know nothing about how they harvest cranberries. Well, I know how they harvest them by flooding everything. All the berries float on top of the water, and then they vacuum the berries off the top. That's how you pick all the berries. More bouncy road, a little more farmland over here. But all of this farmland is controlled by pumping water out of the fields. Got pump stations making sure the fields stay dry. So this is Highway 99 up ahead. If we were going to go north on Highway 99, we would go through Massey Tunnel under the river. Yeah, so the newest bridge is Portman. Golden Ears got a new bridge. Alex Fraser's not that old. Is getting a new bridge, and then Massey Tunnel is supposed to get replaced as well. So all the river crossings are getting modernized crossings. Still going to be early for the ferry. Right now, looks like I'll be about 10 minutes early. But there's probably going to be a line of vehicles, so hopefully they just let me in. I think I'm just going to go for it. I'm a wide load, so I'm trying not to switch lanes to let people in and out, because I think it's a higher risk switching lanes to the left, especially on a slight slow right-hand curve. I can't guarantee my lane beside me is clear. I mean, I can see all the way beside me, but I can't see if someone is coming at me at a high rate of speed. If somebody came at me at a high rate of speed and I pulled in front of them, that would be a bad day for everybody. So when I have a wide load, I tend to not switch lanes a lot. I just like to run in the right lane, even if it's running a little slower. As long as it's not a lot slower, I'll just run the right lane. And people have to figure out how to merge in and out. A little more work as well, but we make it work. So yeah, I'm not delivering to the university this time. I'm delivering to, honestly, I'm not even sure. It's in Langford. So that'll be fun to navigate that tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I get the load delivered. They don't take too long to unload, and I can head back to the mainland tomorrow. Cooling off a little bit as we get closer to the ocean here. It's now plus 13 degrees. 6 p.m. sailing, possible wait. Yeah, don't worry, we're going for the 7 p.m. sailing. This is all the traffic coming off the ferry right now. Very, very wet fields over here right now. Welcome to Tsawwassen. Tsawwassen and Point Roberts are to the left of us over here. The actual town. Point Roberts is US actually. Part of Washington. For any Point Roberts residents to get to the rest of Washington, they have to come through Canada. One of those weird border things. That's a lot of traffic coming off the ferries. So you can get a ferry here to Nanaimo, ferry here to Victoria, and also I think to the Gulf Islands. And maybe more, I can't remember. Must all be turning off to get to Tsawwassen Mills, a huge mall over here. I've never gone through the mall. I have no idea how cool or uncool it is, but a little late. So a little late on that one. I saw the fist pump. So I don't. I was so focused on the car, I didn't see. I saw the people were there, but I wasn't focusing on any gestures the people were making. All right, we pull out onto the pier. Welcome to the ocean. So this, I guess, is the Strait of Georgia, but also a little bit down, they've renamed Juan de Fuca to I won't pronounce this right, the Salish Sea. They returned the name of Juan de Fuca to the native spoken language. Welcome to Tsawwassen Ferry Terminal. Unlike all the inland ferries that cross lakes inland, those are all free. This one is expensive. You gotta look up how much it's gonna cost for you to cross over here, but for me, it's probably going to be around $700, give or take, one way. Now, I have a card that the company provides that I can use, and it just gets charged to the company. But I'll look at the ticket as soon as I get it here. I'm going to choose this one over here, just in case it makes it easier to pull in with a wide load. Hello.
Reservation?
Yeah, for 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's probably closer to 75, but
75, okay. So they booked 77. They booked 77, but you're 75.
Oh, yeah.
So you lose your reservation, even if you're 1 foot off now. So I'm just going to say it's 77.
okay.
Is that fine?
Oh, so if it's shorter, you lose your reservation as well.
Yeah, for wide loads, it doesn't matter what.
Because I told my boss, make sure you always go longer than I actually am. So no, you want to be. Okay. So 77. I'm 77. Okay, I will inform my boss so that we get that.
Is that okay? Let me see what
Nope.
the price difference.
Perfectly. No, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Okay. 10.2 is what you said. It's hard to tell.
10.4, but you can just call it 11 feet, right? You guys usually go by the foot, but
right.
it's
And then
10.4.
and you're 13.3 high?
Yep, 13.3 high.
Okay, you're going to be in lane 36. 36 over to the right.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thank you.
And just tell them like exact. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm too short. Apparently, if you're too short, you lose your reservation, but this officer here is really, really nice about it. said. I'm just going to measure you at 36. Lane 36. 536 right there. Alright, I go and chill for about 45 minutes before they start loading us, so there's a nice little tourist trap over here. You can go get food or souvenirs and stuff in this building. I think I'm just going to eat on the ferry without having a inverter that works right now to warm food. I think I'll just buy food on the ferry and it should work out just fine. Have to run. I was slowing down for you. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I am out of here. You guys rock.